bipartisan report, Chris Christie instructs GOP to kick Trump to the curb, November 7th, 2021. Author, Gloria Christie. Gloria Christie. She doesn't say she's not related, and normally a writer would take pains to say, not related to Chris Christie. So she doesn't say she's not. And it's all about how Chris Christie goes to a bunch of bundlers, fundraisers, and he's strutting about as a potential 2024 candidate, and he says, you got to kick Trump to the curb. We've got to move ahead. Stop looking back to the past. I wondered, is that the energy that he brought to his prosecutor job when he was allegedly a federal prosecutor? Is that the energy he brought when people committed dastardly and heinous crimes? Did he say, nah, we just got to look ahead to their future. We can't blame them for the mistakes of the past. I wonder if that's how he treated his criminal subjects. And now, according to the story, from what Chris Christie said to these rich Republican donors, he said all the wrong things. He tried to prove his point with all the wrong pieces of evidence. He talked about Glenn Youngkin's win on Tuesday, and which was entirely on the back of, you cannot divorce it from the last 4 years, the last 5 years, which was the Trump populist revolution. Without Trump, you didn't have this revolution in the first place. You didn't have the sense of empowerment. You didn't have the sense of fight that Glenn Youngkin Winsome drew upon for their upset victory. You wouldn't have it. It wouldn't be there. And the idea that a non-politician could win. Youngkin was not a politician. The idea that a non-politician could win, who made that popular? A guy named Donald Trump. And his opponent, on the other hand, was everything. First of all, ran against Trump. So it's kind of stupid to use Glenn Youngkin and say he's an example why Trump's not, why Trump is bad, Trump's over, when in fact the guy who lost to Youngkin was a guy who ran against Trump. So does it make any sense to say, well, this proves that Trump's over? No, it actually proves that Trump is quite relevant. When the guy who ran for Virginia governor, and every other word he said was Trump, 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 lost. As in, he ran against Trump. How evil Trump was. He lost. That's a so it's kind of stupid. Now, he says we can no longer talk about the past and the past elections, no matter where you stand on that issue. He says, no matter where you stand, it's over. Every minute that we spend talking about 2020, well, we're wasting our time doing that. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer are laying ruin to this country. We better focus on that. Take your eyes off the rear view mirror. So he wants you to focus on the ruinous consequences of 2020, but not focus on what got us there in the first place, which was the election fraud. He wants you just to focus on the symptoms, but not focus on the cause. I don't know how I don't know how to do that kind of mental backflipping and contortion to convince you that what happened yesterday, the crimes of last year, did not lead directly and inexorably to the situation of today. What kind of shitty, gaslighting liar tries to take your eye off the ball of the massive crime, of the theft of your democracy, and tries to say, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just elect me.
Give me an F. Give me a U. Give me a C. Give me a K. What's that spell? Oh, and there's another U.